That's the terrifying
That's
hatch.
the part that's meant to move.
No, that's the terror
The
hatch.
terror hatch, yeah.
The terror hatch.
The Terry hatch.
Speaking of terror hatches and Terry Pratchett and Terry Hatchet and burying the hatchet, and this is a great segue.
Good God!
Oh, wowee.
Sorry, Marcus. I need to stretch for that
Yeah.
thing that you just jumped to.
We're talking about Sanic, kind of, today.
Well, we are talking about.
we haven't watched it.
We have a two-part theme.
Well, by the time this comes out, we might have.
we might.
True, but we won't be able to say anything because it would already have been recorded.
Well, we're not talking about the movie
Yeah.
itself. We're more talking about...
More talking about animated characters in live action and the changing of things.
Yeah.
The mixing of live action and animated.
something,
like Space
something,
Jam.
something. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? The end.
Yeah, you preempted me, so
I know.
thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Also, how important is it for characters to be, close to their source material to make the movie work?
We'll just
as long as
redesign.
as long as the redesign doesn't suck shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
I think that's fair.
All right, we've been the
Yeah, good
CineBeards.
episode. Yeah, good job, everyone.
Sorry, we would talk longer, but we're gonna get load shed in about 2 minutes.
What?
No.
No.
Marcus, come on. Mark, do you
Marcus.
not know how to read a what?
People know when we record these things.
Yeah.
They're watching us live.
At least Disney and China.
Oh, speaking of which, last night there was a live streamed Sabaton gig
What?
on YouTube.
What?
I randomly fired up YouTube.
And you didn't.
And you didn't message
to
the
the
group?
No.
Wow.
Well, are you guys? Haven't you guys hit
in
the notification
fairness,
bell
Marcus,
on the
can you-
Sabaton?
In all fairness, A, it was during the encore, and B, it was only one camera angle.
Yeah.
But it was their thing with Apocalyptica, which was cool.
That's what I wanted to
cool.
see.
Oh, cool.
But you could just
Thank
go
you
fire up the whole show.
Yeah.
It's up on YouTube.
It's not the same.
It's on Sabaton's own
It was
channel.
during the encore. I
Shar-
don't want to go and message you. And
Sharon
go like,
went to.
"Good." I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Now, how'd you feel? You just watched it on YouTube.
That bitch.
Yeah.
I watched Hans Zimmer twice.
Fuck you.
Many more cellos.
Many more. All the cellos.
And an infinite number more Tina Bros.
In a single trip, you watched Hans Zimmer and Devin Townsend. So fuck you.
On successive days. What? Yeah,
You wouldn't have survived
that
if
one
Thomas
doesn't
had
have
played
you.
some of the songs from Epic Cloud.
Yeah. It's okay, Thomas. You could take heart that he, like, shortly after that show disbanded the Devin Townsend project and is now obviously doing like a different whole thing, so you'll never be able to see it. Okay, let's carry on.
You mean the Devin Townsend Project? Isn't that what it's calling it now? I don't know. I am
Thomas
not
looks so
a-
happy.
I want to divorce you. You're fired.
And Thomas is
Wait,
dying.
is this a fuck, marry, kill situation?
In fairness, he is playing some strapping young lad stuff on his new tour, which
Oh,
is
really?
pretty cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Interesting.
I never thought that would happen. So, cartoons and
cartoons and
human
movies.
movies.
Oh, dude, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Am I right?
Yes, you
Yeah,
are.
yeah,
I've
right.
always wondered.
It's the fucking best. And it's like, what is that actor's name?
Yeah, that one.
What?
Bob Hoskins.
Yeah, I think it's Bob Hoskins' best movie.
It probably is.
Like, holy shit.
Because the only other one I can remember is the Mario one?
Yeah. No,
Super
but
Mario?
it's mad to think that an adult noir film exists in the context of cartoon animated characters alongside human characters. Like, that's fucking mental. And that it works, and it works super well.
Yeah, and that it's called Space Jam. Fucking blows my mind.
Blows my mind.
Well, no, but seriously, when was the last time
I
you
consider-
rewatched Who Framed Roger
Yeah.
Rabbit?
Probably about 5 years
Because,
ago.
good God, it holds up.
Yeah.
It holds up, and like
Holy
now looking back as an adult human male, like the race
Wow,
allegory
Wow, whoa. Quotes around so many words in that sentence. Yeah.
is as a grown human male, visual gag nailed. Like the race allegory in that movie
is pretty fucking on the nose.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking on the nose, but it still works.
I really enjoy the fact that the fucking villain is maybe one of the scariest villains for me of all time. The judge with his fucking with his vat of death juice
Yeah.
that he carries around to summarily execute toons
Yeah.
that break the
Oh,
law of
yeah.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some fucking childhood trauma right there.
And when I talk, I talk just. I can't even go that high.
Yeah, it's great, and I love it.
He
I
gets
actually
steamrollered.
he gets steamrolled.
That doesn't get done so much anymore.
But steamrolling.
Yeah, that too. Except
Very
for that
Austin
and
Powers.
and also
Fish Called Wonder.
yeah, that's the one. Yeah, see, fucking in sync today.
A fish called Wonder
Got you.
Sykes.
Just unplug the microphone. Marcus's
Let's
mic
continue.
has been unplugged.
Wait, hang on.
For-
I need to plug myself back in if anyone can hear me on any of the other channels.
We can hear you on all the channels, Marcus.
There we go.
Thin fucking
I
ice.
think I'm back.
Thin fucking ice.
You are
The
thin fucking
thinnest.
ice, my pedigree chum, and we shall be under it when it breaks.
But they don't do a lot of that now, do they?
no.
Like the live action with the cartoons.
I mean, there's Sanic.
I mean, they kind of do.
Sanic.
If you just look at every special effects, every
Yeah,
special
if
effect and
fair
everything.
you're
enough.
counting the transformographatizers.
I meant
and-
more.
Yeah, like, where do we-
like the hand animation.
Yeah, but remember that like that hand animation is actually 3D animation.
Yeah.
It's just looks like 2D animation, which is what
The thing is,
makes
but,
it
but,
so.
but I think the thing with something like that was, the point was to like it still looked cartoony. I mean,
yes,
they were
still maintained the 2D illusion.
yeah, and a Space Jam as well. Like you weren't supposed to sort of believe that they were actually in the scene.
Yeah. Do we count Flubber
do-
as one
do-
of these movies?
Do you know what movie failed beautifully?
Didn't think so.
At
Although I
that
did like Flubber.
Hand drawn mixed with live action thing, sandwiched in between Roger Rabbit and Space Jam, was the Brad Pitt vehicle Cool World.
What?
What?
Oh shit! I completely forgot about fucking Cool World.
What the fuck is cool?
You don't know Cool World?
Dude,
I don't
that
know,
was that
Cool
Brad
World.
Pitt
Holy
vehicle
shit,
that was
okay.
sandwiched.
you get what it actually is. Interestingly, what it was supposed to be was an R-rated movie about a human dude who has a child with a toon lady, and this half human, half
Homunculus.
yeah, this half human, half toon homunculus
Jim
just
Carrey.
goes on a fucking murderous rampage, and it was
That-
going to be an
okay,
R-rated movie.
Okay, that concept actually sounds like I'd watch it. I would watch that because that sounds fucking mad.
And again, they could literally just have cast Jim Carrey as the child.
Gather round, all ye children, and you will view the trailer itself, and we will get live reactions.
Okay.
Ah, sorry, I need to switch on my sound.
Okay, wait. This is actually Hellscape.
30s.
Yeah. Okay. I'm done. I'm done.
and
I'm
they
done.
made a video game out of it.
Oh wow.
Well, yeah, it was the 90s. Like,
cool spot. But
Yeah,
But
nothing
yeah,
of-
that movie was.
from what you explained, like
They
Think-
rewrote it to be not R-rated anymore, and maybe a little bit more humorous. But do you know how Brad Pitt's character ends up in Cool World?
Tell me.
He's busy riding a motorbike with his mom just after World War II, and then
what?
yeah, and then he crashes. His mom dies, and he lands up in Toon World. In Cool World. Yeah. Yeah. And the entire time he's there, he's got to remind himself not to have sex with the toons.
Yeah.
With
because
the doodles,
dudes are
they call them.
yeah, the doodles. You don't have sex with doodles. It doesn't matter how hot they are.
Yeah, and the guy,
Wow, I
the,
thought
the guy
the-
that you saw in the beginning writing it, he's in prison when he writes it. Somehow gets pulled into Cool World. The one lady tricks him into having the one like doodle tricks him into having sex with her, and then she
How?
becomes a real person.
Yeah, her essence goes into a real person, and then they have to stop
I thought
her
the
from-
race allegory was on the nose on Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but my god.
So anyway, we should watch Cool.
I want to watch it now out of horrid, morbid curiosity.
Oh, the ending is fun, and I'm not going to spoil
don't
it for
spoil
you.
it.
I'm not going to spoil it because you do not expect the ending.
Okay.
I will.
But yes, that terrible hellscape of a movie also exists within the confines
that-
of this episode's parameters.
If I ever
that-
interview Brad Pitt, I'm no longer going to ask him about Letterkenny. I'm going to ask him about
That-
Cool World.
Cool world.
That
Did you-
looks like absolute 90s
Did you
hell.
see the
Did you see
the
the
clip
clip?
where they interview Brad Pitt? Like it's for like a Canadian
Yeah.
TV thing, and then like
They ask him about
like,
how do you feel about the 11 nominations for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? He's like, they're alright, but I feel better about your show Letterkenny.
and then the host freaks out. And the host on camera like, he likes Letterkenny. He likes Letterkenny.
I did see an amazing thing about Brad Pitt's very deserved win as Best Supporting. And somebody was just saying, it's really nice to see that you can win an Oscar for pretending to be a stuntman.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Zowie.
This is a
I
subtle
cannot
reminder that there is still no Oscar for Best Stunt or Best Stunt Coordinator.
I do not believe that. The stunt coordinators want it. The actors who like aren't in the academy want it. Like regular humans want it, and the academy is like, ugh, ugh.
Women
I
in my
think-
video games.
Pretty much.
The
Gamers
only
rise up, I
the
guess.
only reason I can think that they don't want it would just be that they don't have the expertise to vote on it. I think it's because a stunt, like stunt men and someone, it's so like
True. However,
And
Do,
it's
do you
actually
know
put
how you get to
together a-
vote on who wins the Oscars?
You ask really nicely.
No, you've got to
No.
win an Oscar yourself. So they're not going to get anyone with any
Seriously.
expertise in there to judge it until they have that category.
I guess it also explains why most of the academy is white.
Yeah, it
There
kind of
you go.
does.
Wow, that's
Which is honestly why I was surprised that The Irishman didn't win Best Picture, because it was
it's the
did,
it's the
did
whole
you
Netflix
like? Did you
thing.
like that meme I made just for
yes,
you?
yes, I love that meme. It's a beautiful OC.
I'm gonna send it to the group.
Yeah, send it to the group. 'Cause I was sure, just looking at the other phones, that it would have been a shoo-in
Well,
because
it
it's
had the-
directed by the oldest, whitest man
It
ever.
had the second most nominations as well, and didn't win a single thing.
It's pretty crazy.
No, it did. Well, did win something.
No,
No, it didn't.
it won.
Didn't
It had
win
11
nothing.
nominations and won nothing.
Wow.
It's pretty sad.
That
I
is
think
pretty sad.
I think it deserves.
But at least
something.
director of Parasite.
Bong
Bong
Joon-ho.
Joon-ho.
Oh yeah, his speech was quite nice. Where he sort of,
It was really touching.
yeah.
Everybody gave pretty nice speeches, actually.
Yeah.
I just watched that one.
Yeah.
Mm.
Gave like nice shout outs there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you talking about?
We
again?
were talking
Space
about
Jam.
Space Jam.
And
Space Jam.
Cool
I
World.
like. Space Jam. I like.
Cool world.
Do you know what? Do you know what is
Cool
one of my
World.
favorite of these films that people always forget about is Osmosis Jones.
Oh, I enjoyed the hell out of it. It doesn't count though. They don't really interact with.
They
Yeah.
no, they do. They do interact in the brain room.
That is true.
They
And,
talk. The characters talk to each other, and you can see live action characters at the same time as 2D animated characters in the same shots.
lawyered.
Like you can see out of the eyes, and you can see
I,
them.
I don't know. That counts as them interacting
What was
with
the first one of
live
these?
action
Didn't they,
characters.
am I going crazy? Didn't they do that in Mary Poppins? Wasn't there some
There was a
animated shit in there?
there was another one. What was it?
It was-
The Tune of the North.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. No, we can't. Wait. We've already cut ties with Disney for funding, right?
Well,
Yeah, but I mean,
we
dude,
can
we
we
don't
can
wanna burn
ask. You
bridges.
can always come back for a second helping.
Yeah.
Dude, we'll burn that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
Well, that
I do-
that
I
bridge
do
is
enjoy
here,
Manifolds.
and that time is now. Song of the South.
It's not on Disney Plus. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
all
it's on
right.
Disney Plus,
It's
it doesn't
weird that they
exist.
wouldn't put it on there.
Yeah.
What an oversight.
They must have just missed it.
Oh
It's
god,
fine, they
that's
can
like
u-
if the Snyder Cut ever comes out and those people need to like channel their energy somewhere else.
Song of the South.
Release the
cut,
Song of the South cut.
directed by Zack Snyder.
Jesus.
Snyder directing a Disney movie. What kind of weird hellscape are we creating?
I sent that to my movie memes
first
group that
Maleficent?
I'm on Facebook. They liked it.
Yeah, wait, did they have animated stuff like interactions in? I'm trying to think what the earliest one of these would have been.
Like Mary
I mean, a
Poppins was
cursory
pretty
Google.
early.
Yeah, Mary Poppins was
No,
pretty
but I
early.
can't
Song of the South, I think, predated Mary Poppins.
No, it
didn't
did. Yeah, because
Yeah.
Song of the South came out when Walt was still alive.
Well, I mean,
Ah.
of course it did.
Of course.
There are a few types of people that Walt doesn't like, and none of them are white.
That is crazy. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
you're lying to me right
Are the Jews dead yet?
No.
Put me back.
Oh,
well. He did not deserve to be played by Tom Hanks.
Yeah, that's for sure. Mr.
Well,
Rogers
it won
did, though.
it won an Academy Award for Best Visual Effects.
Who did?
Mary Poppins.
Perry Poppins, yeah.
So I'm gonna assume yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
like, dude, like, we've only now managed to rediscover that technology in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. it's only
Yeah.
now that we've It's like one of those ancient civilizations with their mad
Yeah.
tech.
It's archaeotech.
By the way, did you see that Disneyland has upped their ticket prices just before launching the Marvel section of the park?
Oh, really?
Yep.
Of course
Yeah,
they
I
did.
think you're
And
right.
this is a place where for 3 human people, for me, my brother, and my sister, it cost us $4.5 grand
just
to
to
get
go
in.
to Disneyland.
just to get into Disneyland.
Is that how much
And
it
that and
costs?
that's just a single park thing, because they've
That-
got the
yeah, they've got the
Disneyland
multi-park.
and the theme park, and then they've got Disney
Disney World.
Adventureland, which is just which is just rides and stuff like that.
And that's
isn't
just a
as
day
themed.
pass. That's a 1 day.
That's a 1 day pass. Honestly,
Thank
it
you.
was worth it.
Thank
Yeah.
you, very rich ex-girlfriend, for taking me there for a week.
I think it's more affordable if you get the week pass, but like, still, I would say it was 100% worth the money that I paid
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
But
Because
still,
you
that is
can
still-
see they are using a large portion of the money to keep that thing running fucking perfectly.
Yeah, like when I went there, it was an experience bar none.
Yeah, not a single ride was closed.
No, God, never.
You know, the queues worked perfectly.
Yeah, you never
It-
How
waited.
long are
everything
the
is super well
queues?
maintained.
I don't know. I had
I
queue
mean,
jumpers.
Yeah, I also used the little fast pass thing.
How
The
does that
one
work?
Essentially, you download a little app on your phone, and you say, "Okay, I want fast pass to this ride," and it tells you, "Okay, go there at this time." Scan your little phone, and you go right through.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ours
you
was
basically-
more old school. We just had different color bands.
I mean, with that new app, it's like you're standing in the queue without standing in the queue.
My question,
Yeah, but you're
though,
not really standing in.
Marcus,
in-
the way you said that, it sounded
that.
like you were starting with a Blade Runner replicant test.
my
You're
question,
standing in a queue. You're
but
not
you're
waiting
not
in the
standing
queue.
in the queue.
You're
My-
beeping your
my
thing and no one's
question,
helping
though,
you.
is-
But when I
Why is
stood
no
in
one
the
helping
actual
you?
queues,
yeah,
the longest
turtle
one I
in the
stood
desert.
in
What's
was
a turtle?
40 odd minutes,
Huh, that's
45 minutes,
I've
and
stood
that
there
was to
long to
do
wait for the Cobra. So
the
Hellscape.
that was to fly the Millennium Falcon.
Jesus, okay, that's great.
Yeah, they are super.
Were you there in the
super
off
efficient.
season or?
I was there just after school started again, but there
Oh,
were so
nice.
many kids there that I figured people were like, "Okay, it's the first day of school. Let's take it off. Disneyland will be empty."
No, I'll tell you why they took the day off. They didn't want to get school shot on the first day of school.
Yeah, that's when you get school shot. That's
Yeah.
a target-rich
That is true.
environment.
Yeah.
Yeah. First day
But-
of school. Look at all these fresh new targets.
But yeah, it was way more packed than Six Flags. But I didn't wait nearly as long as I waited in Six Flags.
It's good to know.
But yeah,
And
Dion,
because
you're...
it's all themed and stuff like that, while you're standing in line, it's like, ooh, I'm in this,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
They distract you.
It hypes
Yeah.
you up for the ride as opposed to like going, ugh.
And also they got little things spraying like vanilla scents everywhere.
Oh wow.
So it ups your endorphin level, so you're always just happier anyway.
Are
There
you
you
sure
go.
it's not just cocaine?
It might
Yeah?
be vanilla flavored
Thomas,
cocaine.
you were gonna say I'm right.
Yeah, no, you're right. The filming for Mary Poppins added 11 months for animation stuff.
Nice. Okay.
Wow.
I do remember being like fucking blown away by that. I just couldn't remember if this was a fever dream from when I was young, or if this was an actual thing. Because I just remember being like, whoa.
Sorry.
What's
No,
up,
I
man?
was on a Wikipedia list,
Oh
right?
dear.
Of lists of live action films with live action and animation. And
Hey, is Osmosis Jones in there?
It would be on there, but they don't interact.
They interact.
They don't interact.
They interact. They interact.
No, he takes a pill and the pill's inside it.
No.
Hey, Jason.
in the brain
Jason,
room.
if you call a phone sex line, are you interacting with that other person?
in
I'd say
the
yes.
brain room, when the mayor of the body uses the override to speak through his voice, you can see the feed of Bill Murray and what he is seeing, and you see another human being, and he is speaking. That is
Osmosis Jones
interaction.
is on the list.
I
I told you it would be
Never
on the list
lie.
because it has both. It has both, but they never
But that's
interact.
not- no, that's not where I was
two
going.
never comes into
I was
contact.
not getting to
with
that.
the-
I was getting to something super
We
problematic.
gotta sort the shit out now.
I
they
can't
have to
remember the
interact.
film well
They
enough
interacted.
to
On
weigh
this-
in.
Didn't do a handshake or anything.
They did he says, I feel fine. Say it. No. Okay. When the love interest of Osmosis Jones breaks into the brain room, she talks to Bill Murray, camera zooms out, and you see Bill Murray, and he hears her voice, and it's his face on screen, and she's saying, this is your conscience
but the
speaking.
No,
animation
she hears her
and the
voice.
live
The
action
animation
aren't
and the
interact.
live action don't interact. They are not on
I'm
the
kind
same
of with
plane
Jason on
ever.
this one, judging from the description.
Watch the film again.
They are not on the same. They are not on the
Watch
same
it.
plane. It does not count.
Watch the film.
Okay, well, here's one
God,
from
there's so many fucking snakes on that
Here-
plane.
here's
Right,
one
guys?
from 1975, which I don't think any of us have seen. I'll just read the description.
Okay.
Okay.
Title is a 1975 American.
That's a weird title.
Yes, this is like
No,
American McGee's 1975 animated film in
Look.
Paris.
The title reveal will come at the end.
Okay.
For reasons.
Okay.
Live
clapping
action
reasons.
animated crime film written and directed by Ralph Bakshi about an African American rabbit, fox, and bear who rise to the top of the organized crime racket in Harlem, encountering corrupt law enforcement, con artists, and the mafia.
Is this Nega Zootopia?
The film, which combines live action with animation, stars Philip Thomas, Charles Gordon, Barry White, and Scatman Crothers, all of whom appear in both live action and animated sequences.
Okay.
So the film is called Skin, and
What
it's just a poster.
just say? I'm gonna have to beat that out.
And that's the poster.
Let me see.
This is a movie that exists.
Okay, you know that shit is on YouTube, right?
It probably is.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Can I beep out visual gags? Can I beep out that image?
I
Yes,
don't
you
know.
can beep out that image, and you can beep out
That
the
wasn't
title
a
of the
visual
movie.
gag, that was a war crime.
I mean, yeah.
So yeah, and just judging by this.
So wait, what the fuck is up with these live action animation hybrids being so fucking
Being
racist?
so bizarre.
I don't know.
Either weirdly sexual or hyper racist.
Maybe it's
I was
the
about to say, how was Space Jam
Not all
hyper
of them
racist?
are.
And then I realized it's the weirdly sexual kind.
maybe.
I mean, it's
and,
because
like,
of Space Jam that furries exist.
Lola Bunny.
It is. Maybe it's the weird, like, if you want an actual answer for that, maybe it's the weird inherent reality disconnect that kind of allows the subject matter to be way more not okay than it is.
So
Yeah, then they can
are
hide
you-
behind like,
are you-
but it's animated.
but
Are you telling me, Thomas, that white people can empathize with cartoons more than people of color?
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
looking at the Disney catalog and telling you yes.
yes.
Jason,
so that's what
Jason,
Osmosis Jones was about.
Jason, we feel for Pocahontas in the film. We don't feel for the people getting pushed out of reservations.
Yeah, I think people cry more for
Well, getting
Bambi's
pushed
mother.
into
Yeah,
people getting
no,
pushed
you're
into
right.
reservations first.
Yeah, and
And
into
then getting-
alcoholism.
Well,
Yeah.
into reservations,
and then
through
out
bottle
of
stores, and, then out.
of tribal lands.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, the original Pete's Dragon from 1977.
Yay!
Of course.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
I don't remember. I mean, I had the book of it, or the picture book, but I don't actually remember the film.
Okay, Marcus, go into the synopsis. Tell us how that one's racist.
Okay, let's find out.
I don't remember there being live action in that.
Yeah, because
Again, I think I only ever read the little book.
Why does my brain think the original BFG movie had this?
I think it was.
I'd never seen.
Pete's
I've never
Dragon
seen
is a
it.
1977
nightmares.
American live-action animated musical fantasy comedy film, directed by Don Chaffrey, produced by Jerome Cortland and Ron Miller, and written by Malcolm Marmorstein.
No, whiz through it. I don't get any racism
Yeah,
yet.
racism.
Is it weirdly sexual? It's got to be one of the two.
It is based on the unpublished short story Pete's Dragon and the USA Forever After by Selton.
Dion, when you were reading the book as a child, did you get any
plot.
feeling?
Nah,
Did you get any urges?
no. There was a really cool looking
Dragon?
yeah.
Yeah. Dragons are cool.
He got urges.
Was it a dragon or a wasn't? Did it have 4 arms?
The plot synopsis is very long, but there's a Dr. Terminus. They go to a place
I
called
think it was one of the fat dragons with little wings.
Passamaquoddy.
Marcus is really bad at synopsis.
Yeah.
Things.
Yeah.
Rogue Wave, Cape Hatteras.
He's just saying random words. I don't even know.
He's
what
having
they're connected
Marcus
to.
is having a stroke.
The film ends with Pete happily reminding him once again he is supposed to be invisible. So yes, it is racial because, the animated character is supposed to be invisible.
The musician dies on stage 2020.
That was the last thing I googled.
What other ones?
What? We don't record these episodes back to back. I just haven't googled in a week.
Wait, there was a remake?
Yeah.
Yes, there was a remake
Came out like
last
2
year.
years ago.
I got 2 or 3
Yeah.
years.
2016.
Yeah, a
Oh,
year
wow.
ago.
4
Like 2
years
or
ago.
3 years ago.
I don't know how time works.
Literally never heard about that.
Apparently, it was really good.
Yeah, wasn't it a Spielberg?
The
was a
remake was
Spielberg.
apparently
Oh, it's
really,
like
really good.
then the new BFG as well. That was apparently really good and just bombed spectacularly.
Why am I thinking that the original BFG was live action with animated?
Oh, do you know what else bombed spectacularly?
Was that?
Cool World.
Oh, gee, I'm shocked from watching that.
No,
Awful
but you
trailer.
watched the trailer and you saw what kind of budget it must have had.
Like $0.
Yes,
It didn't even make half of that.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I fucking remember this.
Do you remember, Dion? Is it all coming back to you
coming
now?
back to me now. No, when I was thinking about the book, I was thinking about the Black Cauldron. I had
Oh,
no wires
Oh,
crossed.
the Black
yes.
Cauldron is the shit, but it is not part
Yeah,
of the
no,
scope of
that's
this
why I was
conversation.
confused. I had
But
my
wait, but
wires
Black
crossed.
Cauldron isn't on Disney Plus though, so it doesn't exist either.
Good thing I
Shut
have
your
it
mouth.
on an actual DVD.
That Black Cauldron, that animation style is my
Yo.
absolute jam.
It is.
It's very Don Bluth.
Oh, this looks so good.
Why is my phone speaking to you, Dion?
It's Pete's Dragon.
You watching the trailer?
Dion's watching the whole
trailer.
movie.
He's like a child, and I gave him my phone. Like he's gonna start downloading games now.
You get your phone back, he's playing Fortnite on it. You got any games on your phone? What's another good
To
one?
get push the musician dies on stage 2020 search, one down.
Good luck for those recommendations.
Oh, Jesus.
Page Master.
Yes,
Yo.
the Page Master.
Page Master.
I don't think I saw that.
What? You've never seen the Page Master?
Dude,
That
Page
shit
Master
is
is
legit.
it's awesome. It's
Don't
like
forget, I'm a lot younger than all of you.
We are literally
Page
the same.
Master came
No,
out
you were
in
born
the
like
same
in your
time.
40s.
Page
Yeah.
Master came out in the same time frame as Neverending Story, so screw you.
Jesus, never-ending story. Gee, I slept
Can
like...
I blow your faces off?
Yeah.
I've never watched the Never-Ending Story.
What?
Okay, that, honestly...
That is a war crime.
Yeah, that is... This is like finding out Martina hadn't watched Jurassic Park on our honeymoon and then going to...
Are you gonna drive
Going
me
to
to
the
a video
nearest
store?
town, opening an account, renting it, going back and watching it on the laptop.
It's legit
Yeah.
the most romantic thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. Dude, that is one of those... and
Seminal cinema moments.
Yeah,
Yes.
and there is so much emotional trauma
For that
wrapped up.
fucking horse.
Oh.
You see that meme? It's like, so where did the trauma start? And it's just that.
You're like, and he
Jason.
doesn't get that because he hasn't
I
seen the
do
fucking
get that
movie.
because I've seen memes.
It's not the
count.
same.
Don't let your memes be dreams,
You
James.
and your
Jason,
meme death
come
shirt.
on. Come on, stop war criming. You need to watch Neverending Story.
Yeah, dude, that's
And
like
the
saying you haven't
Page
seen
Master.
E.T. or something. Page Master's good, but I
Page
mean,
Master is
but
good,
It ain't no
and
never-ending story.
I really do recommend it. The story of the Page Master is basically
The giant rock man in Neverending Story as well. Oh my god, so many
Dude.
emotions coming through. Oh,
So the
They
Neverending
do
Story
look
is one of
like
the
big,
sexy ones
strong
then?
hands.
Uh,
and you just start fucking
yeah.
bawling.
yeah, it is.
And then when the
But
and with
doesn't have any
nothing, and
2D
you're like,
animation,
just
so
like,
I'm
no.
not sure what I'm talking about. But Page Master's great. It's about this kid that goes to the library and discovers 3 enchanted books of different genres that then pull him into their worlds.
yeah.
Okay.
It's cool. Really cool.
Yeah, which is how it's sort of, in that way, it is sort of similar to Neverending Story, but on a completely different tangent.
And Neverending Story has the best theme song.
It does have a legit
does.
song.
I don't know. Those things seem too unrealistic and like I can't believe it. I'll stick to Fast and Furious.
Jason, there's a princess in Neverending Story.
Oh my god.
A Principe. No, it's a Roman general. Never mind.
Little Dion, man.
Trying to think.
Little Dion.
Trying to think of others. Yeah, no, Flubber doesn't count because it's 3D.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Flubber doesn't count because
And
it's
also-
CG meant to look like a real thing. It's not meant to be.
And also, funnily and apparently, that Robin Williams was a real person.
What?
What?
Yeah, not just animated.
No, he was the genie in Aladdin. He just came to
he's
life.
the genie in Aladdin, so I don't think that's true.
Okay.
They are making a sequel to Guy Ritchie's Aladdin, and they're not following any of the animated sequels.
What? Aladdin 2 Electric Boogaloo.
I don't know, but that movie was on my bad list for last year because it was real bad.
And if you want to hear our full bad list, listen to that episode of the CineBeards.
Dion's just relieving himself.
Yes.
Yeah. He's struggling to do it while laughing.
Speaking of fart jokes, have you seen those hot takes that are circling around on Twitter now saying that you cannot overestimate how much cultural damage South Park
yes.
has done?
No. Do you know what really
What?
pisses me off about that whole thing? That got huge traction. A, what I loved was the backlash to
Yep.
it. And B, I'm also scarred for life because Ben Shapiro replied to it, and I agree with him. What the
wow.
fuck is going on?
This is the
It's
darkest timeline.
basically he's just pointing out the fact that like liberals loved South Park until they themselves
Became the
were targets for being sanctimonious and thin-skinned. And he's saying like the problem with South Park isn't that, you know, like the fact that it targets people, it's that it targets, quote, the wrong people, like i.e. liberals, which is why it's like over the last few years South Park has been cancelled. They all fucking loved it when Bush was in the White House.
Yeah.
And he was the focus, and then yeah, so I agreed with Ben Shapiro about something, and
now you have to kill yourself.
I basically have to kill
And
myself.
you're still married.
Yeah, I
To a
haven't told
woman.
Martina. I don't know how to tell her. I don't think she
So-
knows who Ben Shapiro is, though. So thank God.
Oh, you
That
got
is
off
a good
light.
thing. That's your saving grace. But like honestly, the last season of South Park was one of the best.
It was fucking great, dude.
It was
The thing is,
fucking
it's
fantastic.
honestly, I think they've shot themselves in the foot by sticking to the weekly schedule each time, which is why I think it's sort of hit and miss. They're like a great band in their later years. Like
Yes.
they still have a couple of absolute bangers, but there's a couple
They're
of
David Gilmour era Pink Floyd at the moment.
yeah.
Wow,
And
that's
that's
really
real
good.
specific. That's good.
But that's good. Though. I
Um,
like it.
The thing is, it's one of the only shows with real teeth.
Yeah.
Like they got banned in China. They don't give a shit.
They don't give a shit.
They're like, fuck this. We don't care.
I found another one of these movies which blends live action and animation.
What? You found another thing on topic? We really should have him here more
Yeah.
often.
Yeah, we
I know,
should.
right?
We haven't even
Oh,
talked
And
about
this one came
we haven't
out
even
the
talked about
same
the
year
second
as
topic.
Cool World.
I have a better one. I have a much better one.
All right.
Combining animation, like
Live
really
action.
fake looking animation with real world stuff.
Are you talking about Avatar?
No, I'm talking about that Chris Angel movie.
You found a way to bring it back.
No, there's this one called Evil Toons, which came out in 1992.
Is this a sexy one or a
1992,
racist one or
that's-
both?
that's-
Same year as
just-
Cool World.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say sexy and racist.
Yeah.
This is an adult live
There
action
we go.
Sexy.
Hey!
slash animated comedy horror B movie.
And racist.
Racist,
You
yeah.
I'm pretty sure you won, Thomas.
Okay, so the first paragraph of the plot.
Jesus, Marcus.
A group of teenage girls spends the night in an old house. On the night of their arrival, a strange man arrives at the house delivering an old book. Once he is gone, the girls examine the book where they find a sketch of a cartoon monster.
The monster's just a person.
It's like those fake Goosebumps books that Clickall put out.
I love those so much.
I don't know,
Either
it's-
way, I think
but
Thomas,
you're
you were on the
kung
money
fu.
there.
I will watch it to corroborate.
Which brings me to a serious question. Sonic, is it sexy or is it racist?
Racist.
Racist.
I think the problem is it's probably neither, and that's why it doesn't count.
Ah.
Wait, which one?
I
is,
see what
Which
you
one is
did
Detective
there.
Pikachu then?
Detective. That's the thing.
Detective Pikachu isn't
Is-
a blend because he's made to look real.
He's made to
doesn't
look like
come
he
from-
actually like properly
it's
exists.
not
Yeah,
like
obviously
it's not like
X
a
is on.
melding of
Yeah.
worlds. That's how that world exists.
Yeah, they exist as CG characters.
I know. The original version of Sonic, the one we saw in that first trailer, was designed to look like he belongs in the real world with his horror teeth and his horror eye.
Yeah.
So that it was scripted that way, which is why it's probably neither sexy nor racist.
Gotcha,
Because he
gotcha.
was already from.
So I
our
think
world.
they may have broken the curse.
we'll have to
We'll have to see to corroborate.
We'll have to see.
We might have already seen by this point.
Yeah.
Gaze unbidden.
And I'm very happy that what's his name, Ben Schwartz?
Ben Schwartz.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's so fucking
He's
good
so
as John
pleased.
Ruffio. He's so underutilized in general. So yeah, he's so stoked as well.
Yeah. Him on Twitter,
Yeah,
just like, thank
fucking-
you, everyone.
Yeah, it's crushing it at the box office. I'm
Yeah.
very happy about that.
I was watching a video where he reads like YouTube comments. It's on IGN. Is like
Ugh.
no.
No. Every time I post something from IGN, that's your response. So you get a taste. Go.
Yes. Okay. Fine. So he's answering questions. One of the comments was in the post-credit scene. Mario appears at the end. It's like, I want to talk to you about the Smash Initiative. and then Ben Schwartz is like, oh man, that would be fucking great. Then I get to be in a movie with Ryan Reynolds.
Pure. So yeah, that
Yeah, I think-
segues us into character redesigns.
Yeah.
feel. The
Oh
one
my
I think of immediately, even though the movie was hot fucking trash, was the recast of the agent in Hellboy. The 2019
Oh,
Hellboy.
wait, okay. When they were like, hey, why you've got this white guy playing a Japanese guy? And they're like, sorry, here's
Sorry,
this
here's a
Korean guy.
It's like, yeah, no, we got Japanese man at home. Japanese man.
Top tier.
Top tier audio meme.
Very nice. Very good. But yeah, that's one I think of. Also the weird fucking thing that happened with the Turtles movie with Shredder.
Yeah,
I remember that whole thing, yeah.
Because Shredder was gonna be.
It was gonna be that guy.
Prison Break Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was gonna be Eagle Face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is an eagle face.
Aquiline features.
I wonder if he was redesigned.
I don't know, like,
And then there was they like edited in an actual Asian person, and it was but in the same scenes, and it's bizarre because they never interact with each other because
Yeah.
they're not there, and yeah,
Ugh.
it was weird.
yeah. But I mean more like character redesigns, like the Sonic thing.
Yeah, I mean the
I mean, it just makes. It's really weird to me. I still can't understand.
It's still like
The
you know,
logic
it's still
behind
tinfoil
the first
hat
one.
on. I think it was a bait and switch.
Like they did it on purpose.
No, that's
that's
exactly
what I've been
I
saying
said.
the entire time.
And they said as well, they did confirm afterwards that the only shots of Sonic that had been finished were the ones for the trailer.
Like again, like tinfoil hat, like
Yeah,
feels like a marketing ploy.
it really does.
Because the amount of people that I saw saying "Let's go support Sonic" because they listened to
changed
us.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Apparently, it didn't help.
was the massive sentiment
What do you mean?
online.
The Thursday opening was
Dude,
lower than Birds of Prey.
No, dude, it topped it topped the studio's estimates by like
Really?
it's got like 55 million
Wow.
opening.
The Thursday was a letdown. I didn't see the weekend.
No,
numbers.
like it's doing really well. It's
Of
doing
course, the
very
Thursday
well.
sucked. It like
It's a Thursday.
it's a Thursday, and
It's
people
not a Marvel
don't-
movie.
It's a Thursday and it's not a big
Yeah.
Disney movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like families don't go watch movies on a
Quickly
Thursday.
look there for the box office. No. It's apparently like the estimates were like, I think like 45, and it topped 55.
Nice.
So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's the only explanation because you have the people that were involved in it were people that did
That did real movies.
that,
They
well,
did
no,
real
that
work.
also did like actual Sonic products. One of the 3D ones, but one of the like decent
Yeah.
3D ones,
They would know.
Generations.
possibly.
They would know
Because
how
that's
to.
the only modern Sonic that's worth.
Yeah.
They would know
anything.
how to conceptualize a Sonic for the
has
movie.
changed their website and it sucks.
They redesigned it for us.
Yeah, they did redesign.
I
it
always
for us.
just say like whatever movie and then box office Forbes.
Box Office Mojo used to be good.
Yeah. No, I just read the Forbes
Before the
breakdowns.
English came.
Because they also like
Yeah.
they contextualize the box office stuff as well.
21 million on Friday, heading towards 60 for the
Nice.
4-day weekend.
Yeah, I mean that's fantastic. And is
That's
that just domestic?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good opener.
Yeah, that's real good.
I think it's
That's
only
nearly-
opening internationally.
Nice, which is good.
3
'Cause it's
days
got good
ago.
word of.
That's nearly
word of mouth.
quadruple what Charlie's Angels made in its entire run.
Ha 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 ha. Good.
I watched that, by the way.
Oh, how was
Is
it?
feminism dead because of that movie?
Yo, maybe.
Yo.
Yo.
That is
like,
a scathing Yo, maybe.
Do we have to watch it?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
God damn it.
Tell us more.
No, no,
tell
no,
us
no, no.
more. Like
You
the
have to watch
driving
everything
car.
Sonic first.
I'm not.
It's fine, I can't watch it because it was a 2019 movie.
Yeah.
So I
not
don't
on
have to
your
watch
list.
it for the 2020 list at the end of this year, so I'm safe.
I'm putting it on my list for 2020. I'm gonna fucking do
it's
it.
gonna carry over.
I'll do it again.
Look, if Batman v Superman can carry over,
No,
forward,
it exists.
We can
outside.
use movies from the past this year because hindsight is 2020.
Yeah, no, he's right.
tracks.
Well,
Green
I
Day.
guess 1 and 2 are Batman v Superman and Suicide Squad.
Thomas, I'm in your fucking team here.
I hate that. And I hate it. And I hate it. I mean,
It's
I
like-
put Shadow on my list, and technically it released 2018, but only came out in 2019 in our territories. So
You also put Dragged Across Concrete, which
Yes, and
initially
again.
released in 2018.
Yeah, and considering Charlie's Angels box office, it may as well not really have come out at all.
yeah, it's a straight to like DVD, which
Yeah.
you know they come out anytime.
Yeah. Well, it's
What-
the same with technically but we could include 1917, even though it only opened here in 2020.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Yeah, include 1917.
Then
yeah.
I can have it. It can win this year.
Better luck next time, 1917. Not edited, not nominated for best editing.
Well, it's because there's no editing. It's all just one shot.
But Roger Deakins deserved that fucking Oscar.
14 times in this.
I don't know if it counts as a redesign, just to bring us back onto topic.
What?
I don't know if it
Why
counts.
are you trying to get us back on
what,
topic? That's
Marcus?
my job.
Okay, but I actually would like to.
Yeah.
Does it count as a redesign for the Transformers looking like the G1 Transformers in Bumblebee?
Yes.
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 Yes,
Absolutely.
because it's part of the same
Absolutely. Yes.
franchise.
Because, especially because Bay said you couldn't do it,
Yeah.
and that's why
Yeah.
they didn't do it. Mm-hmm. So that is
And then
absolutely
they got the
a
dude,
redesign.
Then I
one
think
of the
that's my
directors
favorite
from
redesign.
Leica,
Yeah.
and he was like, "You could totally fucking do it."
I'll fucking knock it out in a
the
day.
guy from like is like, what? You could there. It's done.
It's done. It's amazing. The fucking
Like I don't know why you didn't
in
just do
fairness,
it.
you
There's
can't
just
really-
a thing back here.
You can't really have that argument with him because then he'll just point at the box office and go,
numbers.
yeah.
There's a door in my way.
So
Man,
good.
John Cena had so much fun in that
Jeez, he
movie.
had a good time.
He's gonna have so much fun.
Why
in
are we
Fast
trusting
9.
them? They're
Oh,
called the Decepticons. Is anyone concerned by that? This is the only person in the Transformers universe to acknowledge the fact that the bad guys are called the Decepticons.
Man, I'm really hoping it's the same
no one
Leica
really
people.
watched that.
The same Leica people behind Beast Wars.
Oh my god.
Considering-
Don't get your hopes up. Stop, Thomas, no!
Too far gone. You can't
It's a-
stop this
No,
train.
There's no
no,
hype.
no.
Only the...
No, they're gonna be like,
Hype is the
what's his
film
name?
killer.
What's the guy that did the Resident doing Monster Hunter World?
Oh no,
No.
Paul Thompson,
Paul Thompson.
Paul Anderson,
Paul-
or whatever.
Paul
Paul's-
W.S. Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul
Yeah, he's like, oh, my
W.S.
next,
put
my
my
next
wife
project,
in the
I can't
film.
wait for Beast Wars.
I would jump off a building.
Well, just like a moonlighting extra.
We're filming it in Namibia. It's gonna be great.
Well, actually, they.
We strapped a Rathalos to the zombie.
They're
Actually,
not allowed to
if-
film in the movie anymore.
Yeah, they are not allowed.
Mad Max fucked it up for everyone.
Thanks, moonlighting.
Actually, Beast Wars, like, considering the geography and whatever, it would be a good fit to shoot it in Africa.
Yeah, it would.
And it'll be cost effective.
Yep.
Well,
I
if,
w-
if you have a place that has
do not
that has
understand-
that look, but it also has the infrastructure,
Yeah.
that's the problem.
Kenya.
Yes.
Or
Because
Kenya.
they've got lions and tigers.
No, Iraq.
Iraq.
Iraq and Kenya.
A tiger in Africa.
Soup's getting the underwear between number 1 and Justice League count.
He didn't have underwear in Justice League, did he?
No,
No, he didn't.
Didn't he?
no, he didn't.
He still didn't have
The
it.
rest of him was Superman, but he still didn't have the undies.
He was still a little bit dark as well.
I'm sure he got underwear in one of them.
No, we would have known and we would have celebrated.
Yeah.
Even just a red fucking belt would have worked. Just to break up that wall of
Or
blue.
you mean like the new 52 design where he has a red belt?
Yeah, because you need a little bit of red to kind of break it up. It needs it. You just can't have just fucking blue morph suit essentially on it. It doesn't work.
Does the Power
I mean,
Rangers
I want
movie
to
count?
I want to stare at his abs as much as the next
Unfortunately.
man, but like
Not
come on.
the 2010s one, the original, the 95 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie.
That's not really much of. That's just like they always evolve the costumes between
yeah,
seasons anyway.
that's how
Yeah, it's-
Sentai works.
Yeah, no, that's not
Sorry, I'm
redesign. It's not even.
sidetracked because now I'm just thinking like what a beautiful scene Dinobot's funeral could be.
Oh no, I don't want to
We
cry
talked
again.
about it,
They'll save it for the sequel.
Yeah, but what I was thinking. Oh, that's what I was thinking. 1917. I don't think is gonna win this year for us.
Yeah.
Dune is coming out in December.
Though that is true.
Oh shit! Yes, we're in that year now.
Yeah.
We're in
Dune
that year
Eternal
now.
and Dune.
Yeah.
Dune Eternal.
Dune Eternal. Did you see that thing?
And Cyberpunk.
Where that they posted from like Tolkien's correspondence.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't like Dune. It was like he someone sent him the book and then he didn't have time to read it, and then someone else sent him another copy, and he says, like I unfortunately I dislike it, but that's the sort of thing that can happen when two authors are writing in sort of similar idioms, therefore I feel it best to just not say anything about it so as not to hurt the author's
Classy.
feelings. Yeah.
Wow.
Classic.
What?
Throwing
a
shade.
bitch.
But what
So
a weird
bitchy.
world where Tolkien would have been old already.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
an
he was
old
old as
boy,
balls.
and like it's interesting that Tolkien not only had Dune and read it, but also considered it in sort of
In the
his
vein.
Yeah.
in his sort of kind of
In
thing,
his
and
sphere.
therefore he was sort of predisposed to not like it
How weird.
because it's sort of it's really what a weird world.
It's especially because, like, admittedly, a minute ago, but having read, the books that both authors have written, you're like, what?
yeah, it's interesting.
I don't.
By the way, did you know, you probably did, I didn't know, that Stephen King and Michael Jackson made a movie together?
No.
called Ghost of
That's
Ghosts.
that fits this thing. This is that Stephen King live action human Michael Jackson a cartoon.
Cartoon.
Yeah.
They together made a ghost movie. Like someone on the
crazy.
Stephen King
What?
constant readers page, like they managed to import it from
Hong Kong.
China or something.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Cool. I'll
Okay,
be watching that
Apparently,
later.
apparently it's like one of those like sort of very underground cult things.
Yeah.
But VH1 used to play it apparently every year on Halloween.
Guess on that
Well, that makes sense.
that
It being
secret
VH1.
we'll call it there.
Yeah.
Hopefully I've edited this into something that's
That's an
palatable.
Good luck
to
with
our
that.
listeners.
Well,
I'm gonna go watch the trailer.
Recommendations.
What do you mean recommendation? We don't have time for recommendations. Just shout it out.
Promare.
Dolomite.
Pornography.